Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Fossman Twain. My name is Toons. Last night, I watched the Super Mario Galaxy film, and I didn't like it. In fact, I would say I kinda hated this movie. I'm not gonna try to sit here and, overblow how bad it was. People are gonna like it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh, it killed my fucking grandma. I'm not gonna sit there and that. In fact, I watched it with my grandma, and she loved it. And I know a lot of people like this film, and I want to make that clear if you're one of those people. Good on you, man. Genuinely, I see why you would like this. It's a visually very entertaining movie to watch. A lot of amazing fun Mario references. I get it. But I fucking hated this movie. When the movie was first over, I was kind of confused on how I felt. And then I got in the car and went home, and as I thought to myself, I realized I didn't like the movie. And then I started talking about it with one of my friends, and I realized I kinda hated the movie, actually. And for context, I really did like the first Mario film a lot. I still think to this day it's a cute movie. It's not perfect, there's a lot of issues with it, but golly, I don't really care. I thought it was cute. And I think it did a fine attempt at being a standalone movie, and also being the first attempt at a proper Mario movie. I'm also a lot less forgiving to issues I may have with the first film, when the sequel could have had a chance to improve on it. This movie improves on, some aspects and then steps back, it improves by stepping forward once and then takes 5 steps backwards, okay? For one thing, I bet all of us were expecting, especially seeing the runtime and looking at the marketing where, God knows, they were promoting that everyone was in this movie, that this movie was going to be a clusterfuck and the pacing was going to be terrible. I already kind of went in expecting that a little bit, and oh God, I was right. In fact, it's worse than I was expecting. The pacing is genuinely all over the place. The first movie at least attempted to slow down at points. This movie barely fucking makes an effort to, which is an issue when they have moments that really require to slow down, especially because there's an attempt at adapting parts of Mario Galaxy, when Mario Galaxy has a lot of parts that are a lot slower. Parts that I want to get into later, because I have a whole lot of feelings on there when it comes to actually adapting of Mario Galaxy. One actual, just objective improvement is I feel like there was a lot less, copyrighted music. A lot of it is a lot more just actual Mario music, and that's good. That's a really good thing. That is one of the few things about the first movie that is genuinely god-awful. There is, no attempt at trying to resemble an arc. I'm not gonna sit here and act like the first movie was necessarily good at making an arc. There's just a few scenes that imply character development. This movie, I guess there's stuff that counts as it, but it's bad. It also has a very similar issue with the first film, where the first part of the movie is the best part of the whole film, while the rest of it are straight up worse. Because in the first movie, I love the Brooklyn stuff. That is by far the best part of that whole film. I actually kind of gaslit myself into thinking the film was going to be a lot slower than it actually ended up being, because the opening act is kind of decently paced, and then kind of after that it's fucking everywhere. There's so many different plot points going on, so many different locations. You don't stay there for very long in any of them. And that's the thing, I'm not saying that we need to stay in all these locations for long at all. I'm not trying to make that clear. There's a lot of good set pieces. I do really like the casino one. I think seeing gambling in Mario's fun. I will always like seeing that. I think it's about time that we see more of it. That's cool. I also liked what we saw with Birdo, and I forgot what the mouse's name is. I like seeing their parts. I think showing them off as a gang, kind of cool. I fuck with it. I really like that. I thought it was a pretty fun action scene. I did like that part of the movie. Besides, maybe his voice, Bowser Jr. got no issues with. I kind of like the fact that he seems to just straight up be better at his job than Bowser is. I think that's kind of fun. Not against that characterization at all. I think Bowser and his relationship is cute. There's a lot of fun moments between those two. In fact, one of my favorite parts of the whole movie is Bowser Jr. talking about a scene where, when Bowser Jr. was really young, Bowser was reading him a bedtime story and all this puppet show. You can see that Bowser genuinely does love his son. It's cute. It's a really fun moment. I wish the movie would just have more character moments. I'm genuinely shocked how little both movies have just fun character moments. For a franchise that has just so many fun little cute characters, they don't have that much character moments. I'm genuinely shocked by that. But I really did like that scene between Bowser and Bowser Jr. Very cute. I like their whole dynamic. The after credits scene with them too is cute. Genuinely done pretty solid with them. The only issue I would necessarily say is Bowser with some parts of it. There's like an attempt of like a story going on with him where he tried to rehabilitate himself, but like there's no consequences to like parts of this whole movie. Like, okay, there's a point where they fuck up like the bee's garden with the queen bee from Mario Galaxy.
Mrs. B.
And Mario and Luigi and all of them have to pay off debt so they can't get a ride. Bowser offers to be the one to do like fucking, what do you call it, community service and do all that stuff, so they can all go find Peach and all that shit. There is no consequence to this because Bowser immediately gets fucking abducted by Bowser Jr. No consequences to that scene. And along with it, Bowser still is genuinely, like, he did start to like them all. I guess, like, he gaslit himself into thinking that, or he did, actually. Bowser Jr. just goes, friends are kind of cringe, Bowser agrees, and Bowser's back to being Bowser again. I don't know, it feels like there was something trying to be set up there, but they just didn't go with anything. So, like, I thought most things they did with Bowser was fine. I liked it. Spoiler alert, this whole review is going to be mostly spoilers, so I don't know, I should have probably warned you guys earlier, but I'll just mark it in the fucking title. I liked what they did with Dry Bowser. I think how they incorporated that was fun, especially because, like I said, the after credits scene, I think that's a fun visual with it. I like that. I fuck with it. Good job. Good job on, like, that part of the movie in particular. Yoshi was completely surfaceable. I mean, like, I don't know if you really can fuck up Yoshi all that much, so they did a fine job with Yoshi. I'm kind of shocked they even bothered doing celebrity casting for fucking Yoshi from all things, and, he did a phenomenal job. Like, that's just Yoshi, so good on him for that. Like, Mario doesn't really have all that much, like, going on with his story in this movie, which is fine if he doesn't have a lot, but, like, besides the fact that he kind of has this whole, like, oh, Peach, the princess doesn't want to date that simple plumber like me. Woohoo, I'm a sad. So bullshit like that. I don't know, there's really nothing going on too much with him. It's like, this is what I mean, like, there's ideas of arcs here and, like, actual stories, but there's just no, like, true story going on here, if you know what I mean. Shockingly, for one that I was kind of hesitant and kind of worried about, like, why the fuck is he here, and, like, everything like that. Star Fox, no issue with how he was used, actually. I think he was characterized correctly. I don't think he overstayed his welcome. I think he was fun. I think they did a fine job with Star Fox. I know a lot of people complain that he has more screen time than a lot of characters, and all the screen time he does have could have been used to flesh out more of it, but then I remember the fact is, if Star Fox was removed, and, like, all of his scenes were gonna be used for something else, it was not gonna flesh out anything of this movie, knowing how the rest of the film was. It was not going to be used to flesh out anything. So him being in the movie or not was not going to change the quality of the film at all. I liked how they used him anyway, so I'm not going to complain. No issues here with actually how they used Star Fox. Now, the character I actually have issues with, I don't like anything they did with Rosalina. For one, they changed her story. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, upset just because it's a change. Movies are going to change shit. That's the part of the beauty of adaptation. Things get lost in translation, or they translate to different meanings in translation. That's normal. That's normal. That's okay. But what they added was stupid, and I didn't like it. I know a lot of people don't see it as the most breaking issue ever, but I fucking hate the idea of Peach and Rosalina being related. I think it's lame, and I think, like, because I get the thought process. Like, what's a way that we can make Rosalina connected to the main cast? Let's make Rosalina and Peach sisters. That's stupid. That's the lamest way you could have fucking made this work for me. I'm sorry. I know some people may have hard feelings on this. I do. I don't like it. I just don't like this. I hate this idea fundamentally. And somehow fucking Mad Pat clocked this shit. This character just straight up didn't have very much screen time, which I'm not going to complain too much for, because what we got from her, I didn't like the direction of it anyway. I also was like saying, when the movie doesn't know how to slow down, when we get the reveal that Peach is Rosalina's sister, Peach reads a storybook. Sounds very, very, very reminiscent to Mario Galaxy's storybook scene. The movie doesn't want to slow down enough to do it, and I think it was an insane missed opportunity not to have at least one storybook scene with the same art style and the same kind of music playing while someone tells a part of Rosalina's story. They didn't even fucking try to do that because this movie doesn't want to slow down. And I get it, it's a kid's movie. Kids love action. I was a kid. I love fast-paced shit when I was younger. I get why it's like this. I understand that. But I get it. I understand the thought process. It's not going to stop me from being upset that one of my favorite parts of the whole game of Mario Galaxy, one of my favorite things from that game, is not represented at all. Because I love the storybooks parts of Mario Galaxy. That was my favorite part of it as a kid, and it still is one of my favorite parts of that whole game to begin with. I love the storybook scenes. Not an attempt at representing it at all. In fact, I bet you probably have already heard like similar things to this at all. This isn't a good representation of Mario Galaxy. Mario Galaxy was a lot more slower in tone and attempted to tell a story unlike every other Mario game. This movie isn't a Mario Galaxy adaptation in any way. It's just a second Mario film with Mario Galaxy elements. And that's fine that it is just a second Mario movie. But the attempt to like market it as a Mario Galaxy movie, and yet it's not a good adaptation of Mario Galaxy. I really like the direction of that game and that tone and atmosphere, and yet I don't think this movie does anything I really liked from that game. The atmosphere really isn't even there for it to be a Mario Galaxy film. The tone isn't really there either, and the story isn't there either. So all the things that I think make Mario Galaxy truly special to me isn't represented. And I'm trying not to be a be-all thing, like, oh, they just didn't represent what I wanted to see represented from Mario Galaxy, so this movie's bad because I didn't get what I wanted to see. But it doesn't change that I didn't get to see what I wanted to see, so I didn't like the fucking movie. I just don't like this film, alright? I went in open-minded, completely willing to expect to enjoy it. I was not going to think it was some revolutionary movie. I was thinking it was going to be a fun little film. I didn't like it. Oddly enough, I have similar issues with this movie that I have with Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Both of them have a lot of fun, amazing fan service moments for a worse story. Also, that a lot of my issues come down to one character. The after credits scene, we got to see Daisy, and that's cool. No Wario, unfortunately. I still have confidence that he's going to be the third movie bad guy, and he better be in the third movie, or else I will be, like, I don't know exactly yet, I haven't thought too much about it, but something bad will happen. At the end of the day, the movie is harmless. It is a dumb kids movie that kids are gonna love. It's fast-paced, really beautiful looking, shows off all our favorite Mario characters. Kids are gonna love it. General audience is gonna think it's a fun whatever movie. Mario fans are gonna enjoy seeing all these stuff be referenced. Completely all valid things. But I hate this movie. And like always, thanks everyone for watching it. I apologize that this is a really unscripted, unformatted video. I just really wanted to get my opinions across for the sake of it, just because why not? It's an easy little video to do. But until next time, see y'all later. Bye.
I'll drink myself to sleep. Chain smoke my way through the gaps in between.